Welcome, everybody, to Avient Specialty Inc.'s presentation on Facebook Live. Today, we will be talking about the new PIB format. We will be led through this by Karla Rivas, and your special guest is John Magee. So without any further ado, Karla, it's all yours.
Thank you, Ray. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone who's watching is safe and healthy. We are very, very happy to be here to present another of our brand initiatives to modernize and invigorate our brands Rutland, Union Inc., and QCM. And during this time of COVID, where our technical team has not been able to travel and visit our customers as usual, they have been focusing their efforts on improving some of the tools and resources that we have available for you guys, our customers. So in this particular case, we are very, very excited to present you today a new and improved version of our technical data sheets, or PIBs, as other people know them, product information bulletins. And I have to say that our goal with this project was basically not only to refresh the look or aesthetics of the PIBs, which was long overdue, by the way, but more than that, we wanted to focus on the content and make sure we complemented all the technical data that we currently had on those sheets with additional information from our technical experts, as well as any relevant information that could help cover most of the frequently asked questions we get from our customers about the products and the applications of these products. So all of this together basically makes what is now our new PIBs for Rutland, Union Inc., and QCM brands. And for this task, we got the help of a great and knowledgeable guy who is our expert on plastisol inks for the Rutland and Union Inc., as well as QCM brand. This is John Magee. John, take it over.
Thanks, Karla. So as Karla said, we've changed the name of our tech sheets to PIBs, Product Information Bulletins, because we want to emphasize they're a lot more helpful than they were before. I'm a screen printer, first before anything, with this company. So part of my job is to translate screen printer speak to our lab technicians and to the people that verify our information or provide support information. So we've gotten to the tech sheets from a screen printer's point of view and made them a lot helpful. And if we go forward one slide, we can start to look at what we used to have in the past. So these are our old tech sheets, and they do have information on the left side that you need as a screen printer. But as you can see, it's hard to move through that quickly. I mean, if you're trying to compare a couple of different product sheets, this information needs to be easier to see in my eyes. And then we need to have some sort of elevator pitch as the opening statement to explain to you exactly what this ink is. A lot of our whites just had a lot of copy and paste information, so just really didn't give you the information needed to compare the whites without having them on hand. So then again, our filler here on the right, there's a lot of legalese there. Just this information just wasn't as helpful as it could have been for our customers. We get a lot of calls to our tech line. I get a lot of calls, text messages, and emails clarifying this information. Obviously, it'd make more sense if we just made the website better and made the tech sheets better. So that's what we did here. If we go to the next page, we'll show you how we built the new page. So going from top to bottom, along the top here, we have kind of our elevator pitch. This is the summary of what the ink is, what its strengths are, how well it works. If you notice, if you read through these, you'll see words like superior. That would be the top of the line. That'd be the best among everything. Excellent would be very comparable. And then you get a feel for the verbiage here on how to understand which inks perform and which inks perform differently, I guess would be a better way of explaining that. Then we go to highlights. That's our first section here. Below that, here's the highlights broken out, maybe a little bit more information on what the strengths are of this product, why it would stand above another product you're comparing. And then just below that is your compliance. And previously, we used to spend a lot of real estate, devoted to this compliance section. We've now just left that to a web address. If you go to the website, you can get compliance sheets, you can get compliance certifications. Additional help is found there by following that link. Then precautions, this is stuff that as screen printers, we generally kind of don't look at as detailed. So it's there. But more importantly, going to the other side of the sheet, the printing tips. These are printing tips from us as screen printers, from our customers, what they found have worked. The little weird behavior things you need to know between one ink and another ink, how to make it sit above the fabric if that's the point, or with like a reflective ink, we want that to sink into the fabric. You need to know those things. You need to know that you don't want to underbase a reflective ink. So we have all that information here under printing tips. This sheet is a little light on the printing tips. This is Super Poly White is a really easy to use ink. It's proven. So that's all we needed on there. Some of these sheets, that entire section is filled up. If you move down to the bottom half of the sheet here, we've got our icons to just get that information to you quickly. And we've got a couple other slides here that show these in detail. So we'll go through those real quick and then come back to these icons. So again, showing the comparison from one to the next. On the left side, you see just very white paper, generic information. It's hard to look at that, teach yourself how to read it, and then get the information you want. I feel like on the right side here, anybody can look at this and find information quickly. If you're just looking for cure information, you can spread out a couple of these sheets, find the cure information, see if that fits what your shop wishes to run at, and then look at your application information. Let's go up one more slide. Here are the Union and QCM pages. Again, we've done this for Union, QCM, and Rutland. Going back down to the icons below, just building off that from previous. Here you'll see your information for your mesh, your squeegee angles, squeegee durometers that are suggested for that ink, information about your EOM on your screen stencil, flash and cure information, pigment loading, and you'll notice on additives, on this Union product for the Diamond White, we have information for the additives. Usually with whites, we spend a lot of time developing these whites, proving these whites. We don't want you to add anything to them. Some whites may body up over time, and there's information above in the printing tips on how to handle that. We'd rather you pre-shear your ink and just stir and cut that ink before you add any additives to it that will weaken that ink. So over on the Glacier Max side, you see there's maybe only one additive there in that box. Again, just the only thing you would want for one of the Glacier inks would be to add a nylon catalyst to help it bond to a tightly woven fabric. That's all you need to know on this one. So again, here, just trying to make the information efficient as far as where you're looking on the page, where to get to the information, putting the useful information forward. In the past, we've taken a safe approach with delivering this information on the text sheets. Now going forward, we want to be more aggressive with providing you more information up front. We don't want you to have to call us if you don't have to. If you have this information nearby, if you have a computer, you should be able to go to the website and find this information. If we go up another slide, I believe it'll show where to find your text sheets on the new website that we're launching soon. Actually, let's use this page here real quick. Again, this top box is your top header, your elevator pitch, your quick need to know information. If you need to know more information from that, then you can go down to the highlights. This gives you, a couple quick bullet points, and then the bulk of your information being the printing tips. And on the next page, I think we'll see the icons closer. So here you see the top part of the page. Again, just trying to make this easy to navigate. For me, it's, if you live out, pretty far from a major city and you're far from a distributor, it's not easy to get samples to compare. And if you're a small beginning printer, they're probably going to be a little less apt to send you a whole bunch of ink to try out, basically give you free ink. So if you're in a situation where you can only compare the text sheets, print them out from our website, lay them out, the way these are laid out, you should be able to look at these and start categorizing what you want. If you're looking for a low bleed that doesn't have a lot of blow to it, doesn't puff a lot, now you can tell that from these sheets. It tells you specifically this ink puffs more or another ink puffs less for a low bleed. Let's go ahead another page. So focusing on our icons, the icons are the same across all the brands. So that if you learn to read one text sheet, now you can move across all our text sheets on our websites pretty easily, compare against the different brands. There's a lot of misconception that since we're owned by the same parent company, that all the inks are the same in different buckets. It couldn't be further from the truth. Each company started out with a different approach to their chemistry, a different philosophy of how to solve a problem. And these companies couldn't be more different. As much as QCM and Union look similar in their high opacity, the approach of how they deal with, say, low bleeds or how to get a softer ink are very, very different. And we keep those philosophies specific to those brands. So when you see these icons looking the same across the text sheets, don't let that reinforce any message that you think the ink is the same. They are different, and this information is different from page to page. So it is important to look at this and just compare these. A white from Rutland is going to be different from white from QCM. A white from QCM is going to be different from white from Union. And going further, a white from Wilflex is going to be different from all these as well. So here you see everything you need to know. I feel, going to press, trying to decide, is this the right ink for this garment? I got sent something weird. What do I need to know about it? Google the information about that garment, and then look at the text sheet and see if this information is suitable for your purpose. Let's go ahead another page.
Before moving on, if I may say or add something, John, this is something important to note. We are now adding versions to our PIBs. In the past, we ran into situations where a customer will be looking at outdated or old PIB with old information, and they didn't know it was not the latest version. So now what we're doing is we're adding this version number to each one of our PIBs, as well as the date when this was modified. This way you can know if you have the latest version or not.
This is really important. It may seem like, why didn't you guys change the text sheet sooner? There's a lot of back end that goes into this. So Bill Bowen at our apps lab in Kennesaw, he built an entire process and a system so that we have to update one of these sheets. If something changes, I can do that edit quickly, and it'll appear on the websites and any sheets you print forward with that new information. And you can verify that comparing your versions. If you have a text sheet you've already printed out, a year later, you want to check something out, see if if we found any new behaviors about it, any new suggested applications, check the version number if you need to.
Perfect.
So here on the websites, as you go to your text sheets or PIBs, navigating around the website, they'll start to look a little bit more different. But right there, we have the download highlighted. Click that. That's going to download to on your Mac to your downloads folder. On your browser, it's going to appear on the bottom of your browser that you're going to need to click and open and print that. That's as easy as that. You only need to go to one place on the website. Just find the product on the website using either the suggestion tool or where you know to navigate to it, and you'll find the PIB PDF download.
Exactly. Yeah, you can also go into the products menu, going to white inks or whichever inks you're looking for, access the specific web page for the product you are searching, and you will have this link underneath the name of the product. And this is what's going to take you to that PDF that you can download.
So again, the entire point is that we have several people on our tech services line to answer your calls. We have people monitoring the website. The new websites will be launched soon. We're trying to give you as many more tools, from the website to the text sheet to the bucket in the future, just trying to give you as much support. If you're working late at night on a Saturday and there's nobody to call Sunday morning in the middle of the night, we have better information out there for you to support you in making those choices or learning how to print with these specific inks.
Right.
Anything else to show?
No, yeah. With that, I was going to say this is another initiative that we have for you guys, trying always to find new ways and new tools to help you and get more information about our inks. There are going to be new initiatives coming up soon. Actually, next Friday, you're going to find about another initiative that we have happening for all brands, all Avient specialty inks brands. So as you see, we continue working. We're putting a lot of efforts on trying to modernize all of the tools and systems that we have for our brands. And we are happy always to hear feedback or any recommendations you have. We are all ears, and we really hope that you guys enjoy and like these changes. So
yeah, I know it may not seem very fascinating to talk about text sheets or PIBs, but I am on the forums, talking to you guys, interacting with you, seeing what you like and dislike. We take every bit of that to heart. If you think anything you say doesn't goes unheard, there's several of us watching these forums, listening, popping in when we can to give you better information. But more importantly, we're taking your information and bringing it into our tech meetings, presenting how can we better support our customer.
Exactly.
Well, I appreciate it, you guys. Great job. I think it's very informative. This is a great step for us. I think it helps a lot of people, and I just want to remind people, if you want the most current PIB, just go to our website and download that one. It's that way you're not having to dig through the numbers. But sure. Thank you, John. Thank you, Karla. There's great information. I guess we'll see you again soon.
Yeah, if you guys have any questions, when we after the broadcast, we'll be online to take those questions.
Fantastic. Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye-bye.